Welcome to Fear Babes Podcast, a paranormal podcast founded and hosted by Fear fan members.
All thoughts and opinions are strictly our own, and we are not affiliated with any shows in any way.
My name is Burgundy.
My name is Madeline.
And we are
the Fear Babes.
Welcome back to Fear Babes Podcast. I hope you had a wonderful week.
Hi! It is us, the
Did
babes.
you even understand what I said?
Yeah?
I was like, I want to be a crackhead right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
All the time.
Gotta manifest the energies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Madeline, I have a huge problem.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Roblox.
No.
Wolverine.
Yeah. I went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine yesterday, and now I am feral for huge jacked man.
Huge Jackman. Okay, sick. You know, I saw the movie myself last weekend, so understandable.
You can't deny it, yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh no, now I have a crush on Hugh Jackman. What the fuck?
Right? There's so many things about that movie. Oh, I
loved all the references to other Marvel characters.
Right. And I don't want to like spoil anything, but there's one part where I forgot what exactly Deadpool was saying, but he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna tell Blake."
I know. Yeah.
And then he said something about the bones in the human body, and then he was like, 7 if I'm watching Gossip Girl.
Yeah. I love Deadpool. I love him so much.
Now
I want to have a Deadpool marathon.
Right?
Should we have a Deadpool marathon?
Sure.
Okay.
Bye,
yeah, I don't know.
bye.
Bye. I don't know what it is with me and Marvel men, but every time I watch a Marvel movie, I'm like, shit, now I have a new crush. Damn it. Damn it.
It's true.
And I just go through phases. You remember, like, the Tom Holland phase?
Do I? Do you remember my Chris Evans face?
Yeah, because we had those phases at the same time. Do you remember 2020, was it 2023's, or it was 2023, right, when the new Guardians came out?
Was it? I think it was.
2020? I don't know. Time goes by too quickly. Anyways, when Guardians came out, I was feral for 2023 and Peter Quill.
Yes, you were. Okay, yeah, I had to have been last year.
Yeah.
Because you went to go see the movie and then you came
That was
back
before
like,
Jersey, right?
Oh, had to have been.
Yeah.
Had to have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, shit.
It's hard
now
not
on the
to.
Star-Lord train. Yep.
Yeah. And it really doesn't have anything to do with the actors. Usually it has to do with their characters. And it's just like,
I know.
That made me sound really weird. Oh. Like, chill. Take a chill pill, please.
No, you can't. You really can't.
It's true. I mean,
why is it always the dark and broody, complicated characters, too?
Because we have
a problem.
Trauma.
I have a problem.
Yeah, we most definitely do. It's every time. Every time.
Never fails. I mean, Spider-Man wasn't dark and broody, but I feel like I don't allow myself to have a crush on Spider-Man specifically. Because I'm like, ew, he's a baby. Like, it's Tom Holland.
Well, yeah, Tom Holland's, yeah, definitely, for sure.
Yeah.
But Glenn Powell.
Oh, fuck.
I want to see Twisters. My mom went to see it yesterday at the movies.
Yeah.
She went with my stepdad. Otherwise, I would have crashed. I didn't want to ruin their date. But she said that it was really good. So now I want to go see Twisters. Maybe I can make time next weekend.
Well, so when Mom and Dawn went to Sioux Falls, they went with their friends there. And Don called me and he was like, yeah, we went and saw Twisters last night. And I was like, I want to see Twisters for the plot. And he was like, yeah, they did pretty good comparatively speaking to like the old movies since it's a remake. And I was like, no, Don, the plot. And he was like, yeah, tornadoes. And I was like, no, Glenn Powell.
Yeah,
He was like,
exactly.
oh God, not you too. I was like,
Literally,
of course.
on Friday, we were out drinking at this new bar in my local town. And my mom was like, yeah, we're going to go see Twisters tomorrow. And I was like, oh, really? Can I go, please? Because I want to see Glenn Powell. And she was like,
who doesn't want to see Glenn Powell?
But she was like, that's your only reason? And I was like, no.
Probably. It probably is.
Have you ever
85% chance that that's why.
Right? Have you ever been in a Twister?
No. So when I was younger, I was afraid of thunderstorms because we lived in Sioux Falls at the time, which is in Tornado Alley. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and we lived in this like apartment. And I remember we were woken up one night and had to go. We were on like the 3rd floor, I think, 4th floor, I don't know. We had to go down to the 1st floor, which is in like a basement, but it's like half underground because there was a tornado. And we were walking by the door, and you know, apartments have security, so like the one door you walk into, like one door, and then there's like a little lobby thingy, I don't know, doorway. Foyer, I don't know, and then another door, but that one's locked and you have to like be paged into the building or whatever. So we're walking by it, and the outer door like ripped open, and that like freaked me out because I was like 5. So
yeah,
tornado. And so then after that, for like years, I was afraid of thunderstorms at nighttime.
Definitely, that's one of my biggest fears. Obviously, if you guys listen to the Dreams episode, you would know that I was born during a tornado. My mom confirmed it. She was literally pushing me out. The door slung open. It wasn't a touchdown one, fortunately, but it still did some mild damage. And then, of course, when I was 14, there was another tornado I was in, and that was so scary. It wasn't a touchdown one again, which is really weird, but most of the time around here they don't touch down, so they just have really intense circulation and they cause like minimal damage, but like enough damage that the one that I was in, that I remember in the town area, it had completely took off the top of the gas station overhead area, you know, like what's over the gas pumps.
Yeah.
And it was like in the middle of the road. And like, yeah, so it caused like pretty decent damage at that time. It was during the summer, which is why I'm so scared of summer storms.
That's fair.
Like terrified. Because they're just so intense, man. But I was curious, you know.
Yeah. Well, I used to have to go, you know, to Iowa. So there, that's part of Tornado Alley too. I think it's like right on the edge because it was like northwestern Iowa. But so I mean, I've been in storms where they're like tornado watch and like the sky's green and it's like really eerie and stuff. But I've never like been in the same town that I can recall witnessing one touchdown. I mean, we've had freak tornadoes here. There was like one that touched down on the mountain one time. And then, but they're like little spindly, skinny little dudes. Like, yeah. Because we, obviously the mountain is problematic for tornadoes. So, and then there was one that touched down at the airport once. But there's, like I said, little spindly guys. They're really thin.
Oh, you know what? I have seen a water spout before at the beach.
That's interesting.
Right. It was on the ocean. It was far enough, but like we had to watch it because, you know, sometimes they do come to shore and then they turn into like an actual tornado.
Right, yeah.
So it was like, I think that was in 2013. It was like the 4th of July week. And I just remember sitting there staring at it like, whoa.
Magical and scary at the same time.
Yeah, it was far off, but anyway, all that to say is Glenn Powell.
Is that where you were going with
that? I was going to say, Glenn Powell, we're prepared for twisters with you, buddy. Not really, but...
Or if you need, you know, a girlfriend, hit me up. Dear Gwen Powell, this is my audition tape to be your girlfriend.
First and foremost, I have somewhat been in a twister.
I have heard the winds of a possible tornado storm. Actually, there was one time when we lived in Sioux Falls. We lived in a trailer house. There was tornadoes in the town. Because I remember there was like severe wind between our house and our neighbor's house, and like the siding of the trailer had ripped off. But I mean, I was little, right? Like I was like 6,
A squirt.
7. Yeah.
Yeah.
A baby. So I vaguely remember that.
Or as Jawan said, a tater tot.
A tot
tot?
that hadn't quite tatered.
Yeah! That cracked me the fuck up, dude.
No. It's like, okay.
And he said it in a country accent, too. A tot that hasn't been tatered yet.
He was like serious, too. He's like not even trying to be funny.
Yeah, he's from the South at that point. It's just natural.
Oh, great. So yeah, enough about us being feral for men that are way older than us. What are we doing this week?
Well, we are talking to another ghost hunter. Another paranormal investigator.
I wonder if he's a Marvel fan too.
We're gonna find out today.
We should ask him.
Yeah, we should.
Sick.
Good idea.
Question 1. Are you a fan of Marvel?
He's like, I'm more of a DC.
Yeah. I'd be like, all right, we're hanging up. Bye. You'll never hear this episode. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you know, I used to be an avid DC fan, so don't go too in. Yes.
So you enjoy Cavalry or whatever he said?
No, I was very into Batman, but not necessarily because of any of the very many people who have played Batman. It was just more of like the Batman character, and I was obsessed even more so with the Joker and like Harley Quinn and all of that stuff. Like that was right up my aisle. So
cool.
Yeah, I'm still obsessed with the Joker. That doesn't stop. That doesn't go away. It's an addiction.
Interesting.
Anyway,
so take it away, Mads.
Today we are joined by Clayten Ghost Chaser. Clayten, thank you for joining us.
Thank you all for having me.
Of course. So to start off, can you give us a little bit of background into your YouTube channel?
Yeah, absolutely. So it started about 1.5 years ago, and it was me and my cousin Tanner, oldest cousin Tanner. And that's kind of how me and him kind of formed a bond when we were kids. We would stay up super late and get in trouble because we would scream at Ghost Adventures that was on TV, and it would scare the hell out of us. And on top of that, his house was haunted. So there would be stuff going on during the episodes, and we didn't know if it was the show or his house. And then we kind of just I hit I think I was 20 years old, 21. And I just kind of called him over. I was like, dude, let's start doing this stuff for real. Let's go out there and film our experiences that we've been experiencing since we were kids and edit the videos and put it out there, dude. And then we started that. And then a bunch of stuff happened. We added my buddy AJ onto the team. And then Tanner had to leave the YouTube channel. And I didn't want to pursue this channel without him and somebody else. I love AJ, no offense to him or anything. But I didn't want to do that with somebody else without Tanner. So then I just went solo. And now here I am, Clayten Ghost Chaser.
Nice.
Sick.
Yep.
Quite the little journey you had there.
Yeah, it was.
So obviously you said you were doing this for 1.5 years. So you're kind of becoming a seasoned investigator. But the most important question I have for you is, are you a Marvel fan?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Marvel, Star Wars, Harry Potter, all of it. Yes.
Perfect.
Oh,
before you got on, we were talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, and we were like, we wonder if Clayton's a Marvel fan. So I was like, I'm going to ask him first question.
I'm literally going to see it for the second or third time here soon. I love that movie so much.
Yes, it was so good.
Yeah, it was. It was really good.
It was so funny too. Marvel movies have really, their humor nowadays are so cringe. That this movie was so genuinely funny. I was laughing my ass off.
It was so good.
It was so funny. There was so much happening.
My favorite part is when like Deadpool talks directly to the camera or the audience.
Mm-hmm. Yep, breaking the fourth wall.
Yep. Perfect.
Great. Yeah, that was a fantastic movie.
So we'll get back on track now. Sorry, I have to.
Hey, I'm down to film another episode where all we talk is Marvel. I'm dead serious.
Dude, we will set it up. Like, don't you worry.
Perfect.
Oh, that's funny. That's great. What did inspire you to begin investigating though? Like even before the channel even?
Oh, I mean, there's a lot that really goes into that because I have specific moments like in my life that I remember that finalized me being like, yeah, I'm going to go do paranormal YouTube because I've always wanted to do YouTube my entire life. Like my Patreon people have access to my old YouTube channels of what I used to do in like second grade, third grade, middle school, fifth grade, all that stuff. Like I've been wanting to be a YouTuber for my entire life. And I'm going to be honest, Ghost Adventures, Zach Bagans, all them, they played a very big role in inspiring me to go improve the paranormal. And then I remember the last piece that really solidified it was I saw Sam and Colby's first video at Wilson Castle. And that was like 2 years ago, maybe I first saw him. And I was like, yeah, I want to do this for YouTube. This is sick. This is awesome. This is awesome. Because I've always believed in ghosts. I've always experienced them. And yeah, now here I am doing it for YouTube and TikTok.
Nice. Perfect.
Cool. Awesome. So like, can you tell us like some of your ghost stories that you've experienced?
Like that aren't on the YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like before YouTube even.
I'll tell you all my very first experience seeing a ghost because it has stuck in my mind ever since I was in third grade when it happened. Like it is the clearest. Oh my God, it drives me insane. But basically I was at my buddy Hunter's house and I've actually done a video at his house. It's my very first YouTube video, I think paranormal wise that dropped. I think, if I'm thinking correctly. But when I was in third grade, he was like my best friend. And we went over there he had these big ass sleepovers. Like we had like 10, 12 people in this massive room and we'd stay up, watch scary movies, try to scare each other, all this stuff. It was a blast. But I happened to look outside his window. I was just staring outside the window. It felt really weird, odd. Like it was a really creepy night, but I didn't know if anything was going to happen or what. And all of a sudden I saw this figure that had like, you know, those old paintings of like people working on a farm and they had like the straw hats on and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I saw somebody wearing overalls and a straw hat, like walk in his backyard and go towards the barn and then just disappear.
No.
And I was like, hey, Hunter, why is your grandpa out doing farm work at 4 a.m? And he was like, bro, what are you talking about? He's asleep in the next room. And I was like, what? Who's outside then? So we ran outside. There was nobody. There wasn't even footprints. Like, because it was like a rainy, like foggy night. So there would have been like dew on the grass where you would have seen footprints. Nothing. There was nothing. That house, his property, is probably the scariest non-like famous place I've ever been to.
That's wild.
Very scary.
Whoa.
Yeah. And that's just like, that was just when we were in his house. And now everything that was in his house has moved into his backwoods in the cabin. They have a cabin in the woods.
No, every time you say stuff, this just gets creepier and creepier. Like, it was a foggy morning, and now it's cabin in the woods.
It was the perfect environment for, like, a beginning of a very scary movie, if you know what I mean. Like, it was super creepy, and it stuck with me ever since I was in third grade. It was nuts.
That's wild. So do they still have that property?
Yes, and he is letting me go back over there to film some more in like my new style that I'm doing for YouTube because that's technically a house call now, and I'm doing house calls as well because people are hitting me up in like Indiana, Tennessee. They want me to come to their property and film and interview them and then stay the night by myself in their place and see what they have or try to get answers for them. And he's inviting me back to talk about some of the stuff that's been going on recently. Since last time we were there, something really, really bad happened, and I have not been back since.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Interesting.
Shoot. Hell yeah, brother. We'll watch that episode for sure.
Hell yeah, brother.
Have you filmed there already, though?
Yes, I have. I think if I'm remembering correctly, it is like the first paranormal video I've dropped on my channel.
Okay, well, I'll scroll the
Sick.
deep, dark depths of your YouTube and find it then.
Yeah, if people watch from the beginning of my channel to like now, you can see like all the differences in like editing and filming and different equipment and stuff. Because back then, I couldn't really afford like all the equipment and camera gear I have now.
Right.
So we had night vision cameras that were from Amazon for like $100. That's what we were using. And then that's when we captured a picture frame falling off the wall as well and shattering on the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Damn.
Yeah, that place is no joke. His property is insane.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Okay, so we'll go watch your growth journey through all of this, and
Cool.
we'll see it come full circle.
Cool.
So, speaking of that, is there like what aspect of investigating and video making do you think you've grown the most in?
Ooh, that's a really good question. Oh man. I'm going to probably just the technical aspects of making videos, like editing and filming. Because at the start, I didn't really I was still trying to find like my style of YouTube videos for paranormal, because I didn't want to like have such relation or similarity to other YouTubers. Like I didn't want to be like a copy and paste channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So I've kind of really just been on a journey for a while now. Like I've talked to Jake and Noah. They're like my best friends.
Mhm.
And we've had hours of conversation. Like I think me and Jake have talked on the phone probably 200 plus hours discussing like editing techniques and different ways to film and different ways to go about a location we're going to. And yeah, I would probably say I've grown the most on technical aspects of filming paranormal YouTube videos.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, because my investigating style has basically, it's changed a lot depending on the location and the history of the location I'm at. But the way I investigate has changed too, but it's kind of stayed the same. And if you watch all the channel or the YouTube videos, you can kind of see it's kind of the same. But yeah, it really just depends on like the history of the location I'm at. But technical aspect is what has changed the most for me, most likely. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun. It's been a fun journey.
Yeah. I was so busy. I was really listening to what you were saying. I was like, oh shit, it's my turn to ask a question.
I know.
My bad.
It's hard sometimes when you focus on like, because you want to be a good listener, right?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Then people stop talking and you're like, oh, I have to reply now. You're like, ah, shit.
Yep.
We're professional, I promise.
Hell yes.
I know it didn't sound like it when you first hopped on, but
No, it's great. It was a perfect introduction.
Oh, dude, just wait till you listen to the first part. You're going to be like, what the fuck were they talking about?
the pre-you intro, we were like, dude's gonna listen to this and be like, no.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it. I cannot wait.
It's going to be great. So, what's your favorite tool or investigation method?
Ooh, okay. I'll answer both of those. My favorite tool is probably the DR60.
Okay.
That is probably my favorite because EVPs are some of, if not my favorite pieces of evidence to gather, especially in that piece of equipment because it's voice activated. So it'll pick up only when like it detects like a voice, and it's insane. Some of the things I've captured on the DR60. I really love the motion activated music box too.
Oh gosh. Are you psycho? No.
I love that music box. Love it. And then audible sounds too, like footsteps, stomps, knocks. I love hearing that stuff. Door slamming. Like I just love audible stuff because it's hard to capture visual stuff with paranormal. I've noticed that a lot too. Mm-hmm. Unless you have like a thermal camera or something, but those are $15,000 if you want to get a really good one. But audible audio like captures are truly some of the stuff that really gets me so excited when I like go back or I hear it in the moment when we review the evidence. Yeah, I would probably say the DR60 is my favorite piece of equipment I have. I am very, very proud to have that.
Nice.
And then what was the second question?
Investigation method.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. You know, I'm going to be 100% real. Probably being in a location solo, just being there by myself is probably my favorite method of investigating ever.
Damn.
Like I love having people there with me. I love when like a certain group or like the few people I'm with, we all like really mesh well together, because spirits will react and interact based on your personalities and how you are and how you mesh together and how you actually treat the paranormal, from my experience at least. But being alone, you really just get to isolate yourself, and they're building a connection with you and reacting off of you and nobody else. And when you are experiencing footsteps and knocks and stuff, there is no contamination. I'm there all by myself. So it's just life-changing that I started going completely solo. And some of these locations I went solo to are insane. It's been nuts. But yeah, my favorite method is just being completely alone in a place. I think that is so cool.
Okay, so you're brave. We get it. No. Just kidding.
I was about to say the same thing.
I was like, either that or you're selfish. One of the two. No. I'm just playing. I'm totally playing.
Yeah.
Okay, so you said you like the DR60. Do you think that's the most effective piece of equipment you've used, or?
I don't know. It is very effective. Like, it is very, very effective, because you can mess with the sensitivities, and if it's too sensitive, it'll pick up like the white noise that you can't hear. So that'll kind of mess with that. So you can go down a setting, a sensitivity. But that's been really effective. I think so. I think that is the most like reliable piece of equipment I have, because I've started to like, I love the REM pod. I really, really do. But there are some moments where I want to full on punt it across the room. It just gets really annoying sometimes. It really gets annoying.
You're like, please shut up. Flick.
Yeah, like, my God, please stop. And it's just the ringing, like the ringing.
Yeah.
Like, dude, please shut up.
I could see that 100%.
Yeah. DR60 and the music box are probably... Ooh, why am I forgetting this? The freaking spirit box, too. The SP7 Pro. Love that. Absolutely love that, too. Yeah.
You redeemed yourself right there.
Yeah, no,
you got points back.
I'm in my head. I'm trying to go over all the equipment I have, and I completely forgot I have the SP7 Pro, and that's what I use a lot. So yeah, that and the DR60 are definitely my two favorite pieces of equipment for sure.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
the spirit box kind of it's very intriguing to me.
It is truly amazing. It is unreal.
It's definitely really scary. I don't like the music, but obviously, you know.
Yeah. When you have the spirit box sweeping all by yourself, and like Pete and like things are talking through it, it's such a weird bodily feeling, because you're like, man, I'm really getting responses and I'm all by myself. Like, what the hell is going on, dude?
Sketchy,
and it's so loud too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, definitely gets the adrenaline pumping for sure.
The static noise. Like, were you ever like a kid and you were like, you fell asleep with the TV on, and then for some reason it just ends up being static noise and it wakes you up and you're like scared as shit? That's what the spirit box reminds me of. So
yeah, exactly. Yes.
No.
Yeah, you just have the.
Yeah. Like, no,
that was a perfect impression.
It was.
Oh, thank you.
Did you just turn it on? Perfect. Is that what you did? Flipped it on real fast.
That was my mouth.
Sitting there with all his ghost equipment. He's like, I can do this. Hold on.
Yeah, I got it all here in an arsenal ready to go.
Soundboard for you.
That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what is your favorite location that you have investigated so far?
Ooh, that's a really good question too. Oh man. Sweet Springs is up there.
Oh my gosh. Clayten, every time you open your mouth about stuff, I'm like, you're crazy.
Yeah, Sweet Springs was insane. And one of the reasons I loved it so much is because it's one of the first locations that genuinely made me feel fear when I was there.
Yeah.
Like, that's another thing about me is when I'm going solo, because I'm chasing that, like, getting scared. Because I don't really get scared at locations. Like, I think it's the coolest shit ever. But when I feel fear, that location really sticks with me. So Sweet Springs is up there. Villisca Axe Murder House changed my life. Like, I have never been as more scared on an investigation than when I went to Villisca by myself. That place messed me up for, I think, a month or two afterwards. It was really, really scary.
That's the video I watched of you. Yeah. Of Liska.
That place really. Are we allowed to cuss on this thing?
Oh yeah,
100%, man.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure so you all wouldn't have to edit bleeps or anything. But that place, that place fucked me up like really, really bad. I know you said you saw the video, but it had followed me for weeks and months after the demon that's at Villisca. It followed me to like a random school that I went and investigated with Jake and Noah in Ohio. It came through and started talking to me.
Oh my!
I was like, leave me the hell alone. Like, I don't want anything to do with you, dude. Like, please leave. My God.
Nothing to do with that.
How did you finally get rid of it?
It just kind of just stopped coming through. That's all I can say. I mean, it came through sporadically. But then I went to Hinsdale House with Jake and Noah and Eric, and something happened to me there where I don't remember, I think, 3 hours of our 5 hours that we were there.
What?
Gosh.
Yeah, I don't know if you all have seen Jake and Noah's video that they dropped with me and Eric, but something really, really got to me, like physically and mentally. Like I felt something like penetrate my left ear. And then after that, I just don't remember anything.
It's wild.
Yeah, no, it was bad. It was really, really bad. But Villisca, yeah, I think Villisca and Sweet Springs are my favorite place I've ever been to so far. And ISS too. Oh man, Indiana State Sanatorium. Yeah,
those are all of those are really, really good ones.
Flashback. Yeah.
And ISS, that's where me, Jake, and Noah captured a shadow figure on camera.
Oh, really? They told us about that. Didn't they tell us about that, Matt?
Yeah, we got.
Maybe they did.
We got a lot of hate for that piece of evidence that we captured.
Why?
Because so basically that was at ISS Con, okay? And we were there. We got there the first day, and that's where the creators who were invited can just have the place to go live or film or do whatever for a whole night by ourselves. So it's super cool. It was awesome. And everybody went to bed, right? So me, Jake, and Noah were like, bro, screw this. We have Indiana State Sanatorium for free. Like, we're going to go film a quick video. It started off with just being a Patreon video. Like, it was going to be like a 30-minute Patreon video. And we were getting such intelligent and crazy activity that in the middle of filming, we were like, bro, this is going to be a fucking YouTube video. Like, this is insane. We can't just put this on Patreon, bro. Everybody's got to see this. And then later that night, we saw that figure and we thought it was somebody that was on the property. But afterwards and the day after, we confirmed with everybody that was at the building that night that they had gone in like hours before we got that shadow figure on camera. And then we started getting hate when we dropped the video. And then those same people that said that they weren't at the property, they were now saying that it was them.
I remember seeing that on Twitter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And in the video, we didn't claim that it was 100% a shadow figure. We never claimed that it was 100%. Like, we left it up in the air because some people had went back on their word from the night before or after saying that it wasn't them, and now they are. And then those same people that said it was them now couldn't provide any proof that it was them.
Of course.
That's...
So, yeah. Yeah.
Suspicious.
How very interesting.
Very. Yeah.
People
it was not a fun time. It was great because the video was awesome. It was great. Like, we solved a mystery of a child death that happened in Indiana State Sanatorium.
What? Wow.
Yeah. There was a kid that we started getting all of this evidence, right, that was leading towards a certain room, okay? Like a certain room in this big-ass complex of buildings. So we went to the room, and then we started getting intelligent activity and responses about this kid who died from, like, I think it was hot steam, where, like, a radiator, like, blew up in his room, and then he died from, like, the heat and the steam. Okay. It was a very gruesome, sad death. Very sad. But we figured out his name. He was responding intelligently through the music box and EVPs. And we literally solved this kid's death that nobody really knew about. It was super cool. It was a very emotional, really cool episode. It was nuts. We were all over the place in that place, following different things that ghosts were telling us. It was super cool.
Dang. Okay. Well, I'm just going to be watching that later today.
Hell yeah.
Dang. Is that on your channel or Spirit Stalker's channel?
It's on both of them.
Okay.
For me, I believe for them too, the thumbnail is in night vision. So it's like the green type color, I think is the thumbnail.
Sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's an easy way to find it too.
Perfect. You said that you like to go to these places alone. So do you do anything to protect yourself from like possible break-ins or anything like that?
I always carry. So
Okay.
I always have something with me.
Cool.
I got that with me. And then protecting spiritual wise, I do some, depending on the location, like Villisca, I prayed a lot. Like I have a very close connection with God and my faith and everything. So I prayed a lot there. I always have a cross necklace on me. I have a ring that I got blessed that has the Our Father prayer on it that always is with me on my finger at all times. And I really just trust in God to protect me wherever I go. And that's kind of what keeps me sane at some of these locations.
Honestly, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, that's what really helps me. Now, Villisca won. That demon beat me. Like it almost completely got me. Like the way I described Villisca in that video too is, I know it sounds insane and crazy, but I genuinely felt my soul was leaving my body at some point. Like this thing almost had me. It was really bad.
Oh.
Because the owner on the tour before, because I was like one of 5 people that have ever stayed overnight by themselves. And he was like, if you stay the complete night, you will be the 3rd person in history to ever do this. Completely alone, staying the whole night. And I was like, in the beginning, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to make history tonight. Yeah, let's go.
Challenge accepted.
At 3 a.m.
Challenge not accepted.
Yeah, not accepted. I am going to go back, though. I'm going to go on the anniversary of the actual murders and try to stay completely overnight by myself. But that night, the owner told me that what this demon, evil entity, whatever it is there, will like pick something out in your mind that will emotionally get you the most vulnerable you possibly can, mentally and emotionally. And I was like, okay, I'll be on guard for that. I will be on guard for that, just in case. So what really stuck with me that whole night was the upstairs kids' bedroom where 4 kids were brutally murdered with an axe in their sleep. And there was one detail of that the owner told me that really, really like, it still sticks with me. Like it made me want to throw up. He said that after the killer killed the parents in the other room, walked in there, killed the 4 kids of their own, he swung the axe with all the blood in a celebratory manner over his head.
Ew.
And there were horizontal blood streaks that suggested that he did that like victory, like sweep over his head with the axe. And that really stuck with me. It really, really messed with my mind. Like that bothered me so much. And
Yeah.
after I filmed the YouTube video, my guard was completely up for the YouTube video. Like nothing really bothered me as a lot at all during the YouTube video. I got some crazy evidence. And then after the YouTube video was done, I went live. And the only place that worked on the live was me sitting in that kid's bedroom. That's the only place I got connection to actually go live, which was really weird because I'm in a city. So I don't know why I wouldn't have connection. So I had to sit in that kid's room for like an hour and a half when the live was on. And something really, like it'll explain better in the video because I can't remember everything, but something got in my head and I started seeing black splotches all over the wall that resembled what I think in my mind was the blood after the kids were killed. Like it was showing me what it looked like in that room back then when it happened. And it was really, really bothering me. And then my vision in my good eye, like my right eye it's good, but it's not the best vision. And then my left eye is perfect. It looked like there was like a blinder going over my left eye, like constantly, like it was taking away my vision. And it was scaring the hell out of me because I don't want to be in this place by myself and I can't see. Like I don't want
Yeah, literally.
So then that happened and I had to like fight off a migraine and it was messing with my head and then my vision was going out. And then I literally felt my soul starting leaving my body. And I just told my live, I was like, hey, I might be back. I might not be. I'm leaving. I'm done. I'm in the live. And I went outside, sat in the car in the parking lot for 2 hours talking to different people on the phone because I could not go back in the house. I was fearful for my life. Like I thought I was going to die if I went back in the house. I'm not kidding. That was the worst experience I've ever had.
That is scary.
That is terrifying for sure.
That has messed with me ever since.
And you're going to go back there?
Yeah, I'm going to go back. Yeah.
I am
Bro.
doing a concern for you right now.
Yeah, I am that stereotypical white dude in a horror movie that runs to the killer and is like, "We got to go figure this out. Like, come on," instead of like running away. You know what I mean?
I could see that.
Yeah,
For sure.
Well,
yeah, yeah.
we'll
God.
just remember that, and we will never do an investigation with you. Like, don't even ever ask. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, he would pull a Dakota on us, low key.
For real, dude.
Yeah. Oh god.
I do a lot of crazy shit.
Apparently
no.
so.
It's fun. It's fun. It's very, very fun to really push yourself to limits you never thought you would in a situation like that.
So,
Yeah.
adrenaline junkie. Got it.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Yes, I am.
He's like, I own it. Matt's just,
Well,
Yo.
I was thinking because I haven't seen like your other like videos with like Jake and Noah or stuff like that, but do you come up with challenges and like push them to the test? Are you that kind of person when you investigate, if you're investigating with other people?
100%, yes. I will.
Oh my God.
So I take into account the location too. So I'll find out like different information about the history or past investigation where people have gotten like the craziest or the scariest activity. And if we are all like, what happened to me at Sweet Springs is it was me, Eric, Jake, and Noah. And we all came up with a challenge to where whoever gets drawn out of the hat has to go into the basement, which has the slave quarters in the hospital, where they captured the door. Project Fear and Destination, they captured that scream, that demonic scream in the basement, which we came up with a challenge where whoever gets drawn has to stay down there for an hour, all by themselves, completely night vision. And of course, I was the one that got drawn.
karma.
I was the one that got drawn. And I actually captured screaming on camera down in the basement. And that place, that basement, that challenge is where I actually felt the fear for like one of the very first times at a location. You can even see it on my face in the beginning of Jake and Noah's video because I haven't uploaded the video yet. But you can see on all of our faces that we are intimidated as fuck seeing this building in person. Like we are driving up and we're all just like speechless, white in the face. And we are just like, what the fuck are we getting ourselves into, bro? What are we doing, dude?
At that, I believe 100%.
Yeah, that place is intimidating as shit.
I believe it.
And you don't have connection. You can't call anybody unless you go across the field to one of the houses that had the bathroom. Because there's not even a bathroom in the building.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Jake and Noah told us the same thing. They were like, you have like SOS. Like there's no service out there.
No, you cannot. If I went solo to Sweet Springs, which I probably am going to,
stop it.
I have to leave the building and go 3 houses down to a house that has a bathroom to have connection to call somebody.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot. Just kidding. But at least, you know, like you pull up locked and loaded. So it's not like,
exactly.
You know, I mean, I would never personally ever show up to an investigation with nothing on me, especially as a woman. But
absolutely.
With Sweet Springs, I don't know. That place, I've never been. But I've had some weird dreams about Sweet Springs after watching Project Fear, Destination Fear.
Yep.
And all I'm saying is for whatever reason, I'm drawn to that place. With it being in the middle of the Appalachian Mountains, it's like, oh, this is just not going to end well. Bergie, you're coming with me.
Stop saying that, man.
You definitely need to experience Sweet Springs. Like, that is genuinely in my top 5 favorite locations I've ever been to. And I've been to Waverly Hills, and sometimes there are moments where I'm like, Sweet Springs might be above Waverly. And then it kind of just goes back and forth. But, yeah, Sweet Springs, I cannot wait to go back. Cannot wait. God, that place is unreal.
Mads, we will go someday, but it'll be in the middle of the day for 30 minutes. That's it. That's all I can do.
Okay. We'll start
Spends
slow.
like 5 hours there. Okay, first we drive up, we see it, we back out. Okay.
Yep.
Day 1. This will be like a week-long trip. Day 2, drive up, get out of the car, stare at it, get back in the car, leave.
Yep.
Just, like, slowly build up to going inside the building for 30 minutes, and then we leave. No.
That place is different. It's I can't even describe it in words. It's unreal.
Ugh.
I cannot wait to go back.
Matt, I like how you're just like, but you're the one who keeps trying to talk me into going there.
I know. I talk
like-
a big game, but like I feel like I would legitimately pull up. We'd go inside, and it's like barely
Never mind, we're
dark
leaving.
outside,
Yeah.
and I just like pee myself or something. I've never done that in my life, but you never say never. Like
That place had such human sounds that were so loud that in the
Ew.
video we had to do a sweep of the building with a weapon in our hand to clear and make sure nobody was in there. Like the whistling and the talking and the footsteps that me and Jake were hearing on a consistent, like every 30 seconds. We literally thought somebody had broken in the building or was like a hobo and sleeping there, and we didn't know.
right.
It
Well-
was insane.
That does seem to be a very consistent pattern.
Yep.
Like with Project Fear, it was like that, and Tanner was like, "Yo," he was being Big Daddy Tanner. We call him Big Daddy Tanner.
Yeah.
Big Daddy Tanner.
Big Daddy
Yes.
Tanner, because he always is the one that pulls up and he's like, "Yo, I will fight someone.
Yep.
Like, if you're not supposed to be here, you need to get the hell out." Like, and so I mean, that's consistent with both times that they went. They thought that somebody was there.
Yeah,
So
the sounds are insane.
we're going.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
you know,
Okay.
you need to go. It's super cool. Very, very cool location.
Definitely on the bucket list.
We will make
Hell
it there
yeah.
someday.
Hell yeah.
We sure will.
So this next question is like our favorite question to ask people.
Oh, cool.
Have you learned anything about the living by investigating the dead?
Oh my gosh. That is a really good question. Oh my Lord. Learned anything about the living? Oh man. You know, God, that's such a complex question. I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying
Give
to
us
think
a
back
complex
into-
answer.
Oh, I'm going to. Trust me. You know, I have been to locations where, because, you know, you read about all of these different types of people, right? Like you have serial killers that you read about. Like you never really have come in contact with something or somebody that has experienced people in that mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have you all heard of Randolph County Asylum?
Yep.
Yes.
Me and Jake and Noah go there live all the freaking time.
Yes.
Great location, phenomenal. But the first time I went there, it was during the day, and me, Jake, and Noah were heading to Stone Mansion, which is 5 minutes down the street from that asylum. And we contacted the owner because we're good friends with him, and there was nobody there. So he was like, yeah, come give him a tour or whatever, because it was my first time going. I'd never been there. And I walked in, and while they were giving the tour, I don't know how I like to describe this to people, but I'm not like a psychic medium per se, but I have certain like gifts when it comes to communicating and connecting the paranormal. Like I've always been very, very sensitive to that ever since I was a kid. Because my great grandma was Cherokee Indian. She was very spiritual. And then it got passed down to my mom and then passed down to me. And me and my mom have had numerous conversations about this, but that's another reason why I'm so drawn to the paranormal. And I went into Randolph and I started hearing a little girl like bawling her eyes out, screaming for help.
Oh my gosh.
And the way I describe it is like my hearing kind of goes out and then it comes back in, but I'm not in our audio spectrum. Like Jake and Noah were talking next to me, but they were like muted or like muffled. But I was hearing like the spiritual realm or however you describe it.
Mhm.
So I was hearing this girl just screaming, crying, calling for help. And I'd never been in this building, so I just took off. Like I started like sprinting, fast walking towards the crying. And I found myself in the basement and I kept going. It got louder, louder, louder. And I got to this room and I walked in and it stopped. And like I started like tearing up and crying a little bit. And Jake and them found me and they were like, dude, what's wrong? And I was like, why did I just hear a girl like screaming and crying for help in here? Like what happened? And Jake was like, because he didn't believe, like, because me and him, like, I've still been trying to, like, explain to him, like, my abilities. I don't even like saying abilities, but, like, my connection to the spiritual realm with that. Mm-hmm. And he was like, Clayten, dude, there's actually no fucking way. He was like, you know history behind this building. I was like, dude, no, I don't. I don't know anything about this place. I don't like to look up history before I go in somewhere for the first time because I don't want any like saturation of past conceived knowledges of what's going on.
Right.
And he hit me with, dude, there was, I can't remember her age, but there was like a preteen or a little girl that was sexually assaulted by her stepdad in here, in this room, when she was a patient here. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, dude, I'll take you up to her room. So we went up to her room and stuff. And like, just that experience in and of itself, I felt that side of humanity at a deeper level that like kind of scarred me. Like, I was like, how can somebody fucking do this to an innocent little girl like that?
Mm-hmm.
So like experiences like that with me are kind of where it comes into play of like, I'm learning sides of humanity on a deeper level that I can't get from like looking up on Google and like researching by myself of like serial killers or pedophiles or anything like that.
Right.
Like, so when it gets deeper with the paranormal like that is when it really gets like, man, these people were like absolutely evil, like on an evil I can't even like describe. I don't even want to feel like at all. And that experience has really stuck with me a lot. So I don't know if that answers your question, but I think it kind of does on like my personal level of learning things about humanity that I have learned from the paranormal.
Yeah, it absolutely answers the question.
Yeah, for sure. You're like experiencing like the empathetic side, like you almost got to feel her emotions, which like makes you understand those types of situations a little bit more.
Exactly. So. But that has stuck with me ever since. And that's another reason why I love going back to that location, because there's so many different spirits there that have their own story as to what happened to them or their experiences in the asylum. And it's just super, super cool. That's another reason why I love like sanatoriums or asylums so much, because there were so many people that were just disregarded by humanity. Like they weren't treated right, or they were treated unfairly, or they were harassed, or they were abused. And the people that did that to them just got away with it because they were in a place like that.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's foul. It really is. And it breaks my heart. But that's another reason why I love going and talking to them and kind of using my platforms or the cameras and stuff to get these spirits' stories out to more people.
Sorry, I was thinking.
No, that was a very. I told you I was going to give you a very complex answer.
It was a good one. That's a very
It was a good one.
That's like a raw experience. So I was just thinking about all the emotions and stuff involved with all of that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, especially like I definitely know I'm an empath for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we went to Pinhurst for the convention, and it was just like, you know, in the day, but you're sitting there, you're walking like through these hallways, and it's like you can just feel everything. To some extent, I feel like I could like see these people in these beds, and like, you know, they were chained up and tied up, and it was just so emotionally overwhelming.
Yes.
Yep.
And I think Burgundy can vouch for this as well, is that like between me and her and then our friend Jamie, we were all affected by Pinhurst. Like we all left there, like we had like massive headaches. We were feeling kind of dizzy, and we were just kind of like, what even just happened? Like you just felt everything. It was intense, but experiencing that it's like a entirely different understanding. It's on a whole new level.
Yeah, it changes you. Like it changes your entire mindset about things.
It's like you're feeling those feelings, and it's more than just like what you were saying. When you Google it, you're like, damn, that's hard. But then when you're feeling it, you're like, holy shit.
Totally different. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not feeling just the horrors of it's a scary place that's haunted.
Yeah.
You're feeling the horrors of what it was like when it was alive and people were alive in it and what they were going through. Like it wasn't just a scary place now that's haunted. It was a scary place when it was up and running with people actually in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it just brings a whole new level of kind of understanding or new level of information to the place.
Right.
It's nuts.
Now it's my turn to ask a question. I don't know how to follow up on that.
It's like, wait, we need an emotional breather for a second.
I know.
That was deep. That was deep as hell.
It was.
I feel like we all just sat in therapy together.
Right? That's what we do.
Exactly. But we love asking that question for that reason. Like, we like getting deep because everyone is different and everyone's experiences are different. Right. How, like, all the different energies combine, how it affects people differently. It's just interesting. Some people have really short answers. They're like, not really.
Yeah, we had a friend that straight up, he was like, no, I don't. We're like, this is great podcast content.
Because he was like, you know what? Not everybody sucks, or not everybody, but humanity as a whole sucks, and
it's true.
You know, and I was like, word. Maybe it doesn't always have to be complex, but it is funny. It's funny.
Yeah, I always say that, like, the human experience is both a blessing and a curse at the same time.
Yep.
So, changing gears, do you have a dream collab?
Ooh, yes, I do. I have quite a few. Can I say more than one?
Please do.
It's your answer, man. It's
okay. Number one, always going to say the same because they are what inspire me the most. Ghost Adventures, 100%. I would do anything to be able to, even just like they go to a location that I've done a video on and like be interviewed on there and share my experiences with them, and then do like a preliminary investigation with them, like for an episode or something. Like, I think that would be so cool. So freaking cool. But if I got to go and film all night with them, oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah. That would complete a big portion of my life for sure. Yeah. So definitely Ghost Adventures, and then Destiny, Project Fear. Absolutely. Love all four of them so much. I think they're awesome. I would love to go to a location and film with them.
What'd you say?
I said, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I don't know if you've ever listened to any of our episodes, but we have a theme of bullying Project Fear, so that's kind of our shtick.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, we've built a relationship with them where they know that we're not like being intentional.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But they're just kind of like, they'll give it back to us.
They know it's all love.
For sure.
Tanner definitely throws it back at us, though, to the point where we're like, maybe we should chill. We're like, oh.
That's awesome.
Okay, Tanner. Sorry.
Yeah, and even just like the people that they are. Like, I just feel like on a personal level, I would connect with them so well, humor-wise, just being able to hang out with them, their energy. I just feel like I would really love to collab with them. I think it'd be so much fun.
Listen, we've only been talking to you for 47 minutes now. I can tell you, you and them would be a great pairing.
Oh, well, thank you. That's awesome to hear.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
the jokes would be joking, for sure.
Oh, hell yeah. There would not be a serious conversation.
Exactly that, though.
I would love to see that. I love to see them collaborate with people, so sign me up. I would watch it for sure.
Well, hell yeah, thank you. That'd be sick. One day, I'm never a what if. One day it's going to happen.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, dude. And now that they're on YouTube,
exactly.
Way easier to make it happen.
Way easier. They don't have networks holding them back, and
Yep. And I know a lot of people in this paranormal field really do not like Ghost Adventures. I've noticed that in a lot of different, not even like videos, but in a lot of like community like texts and like Twitter and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
I've noticed that a lot, but I will forever be one of those guys that defend them in that show. I love them so much.
Listen, man, a bunch of us have got our start, whether people want to admit it or not, by watching Ghost Adventures. So you're just keeping it real. Like
the godfather of paranormal. He really is.
Yeah, he's one of the OGs. Like,
yeah, he is.
I used to watch Ghost Adventures when it was on Saturday nights. I was on it 9 p.m. Saturday nights. My whole family would watch.
Exactly.
I still, even though I'm not necessarily a fan of them anymore as a whole, I respect it. I respect their show. They've put a lot of hard work into it for as long as they have. And
I mean, hell, season 28, I think.
Yeah.
Season 29. They're doing something right.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they're OGs for a reason, man. I
Yep.
mean, there's a reason why people love them.
Right.
You know, personal feelings aside, I could never sit there and, like, we might make jokes sometimes. We're like, oh, Kevin Spacey. But genuinely, like, as people, we're never going to sit there and bash someone else ever publicly.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's a good thing about, like, I love the society we in today, or that we live in today. I love that people can all have differing opinions and that we can all just still get along. That's the whole premise of everything in life. You face your own opinion, you have your own thoughts and everything, and I'll have mine or other people have theirs, and we can engage in conversation about it. And everybody's cool about it. It's cool. I love it. I love hearing that. Like, I would hate if everybody in the paranormal community agreed on everything. I would hate that so much.
It'd be boring.
It's so boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's video would be the exact same. There would be no need for other creators or anything. Like, I like the difference in every paranormal video or encounter that I've seen, that it's different. Like, they went to this location, got something else. I went to the same one and got a completely 180 switch on what I learned at this location or what I encountered. It's super cool. Like, I love the difference in this certain community of the paranormal. I think it's super cool. I love how everybody's editing is different. I just love it. I love that everybody's different. I love it so much.
Yeah, we definitely do too. That's kind of like the whole reason why we started, like, wanting to interview paranormal investigators as a whole, like different ones outside of Project Fear, obviously. But, like, we love hearing everyone's different, like, how they got started, their paranormal experiences, what they do with their platform, how they investigate, their favorite investigation tools, methods, whatever, because everyone is so different.
It's also so interesting cool to see there are some similarities between all of you, but also the differences as well. Like, there's such a diversity with each individual person that we talk to or group that we talk to. And that's the beauty of all of it, like you were saying. Yeah.
It's great. It's so much fun.
It really is.
We kind of interrupted your answer, though. Were you done with that, with listing out your dream collabs?
I have some more, but I would really say Ghost Adventures, Project Fear. And, you know, I would really like to collab with Sam and Colby.
Okay, yeah.
That'd be cool.
I really think, humor-wise and just being who we are as people, I really think we get along very, very well. Right. And I think it'd be a fun experience.
That I can tell you, I could see that for sure as well. Yep. So yeah, they're close with Project Fear. So
yes, they are.
Yeah, I think you'd be. I think you'd be good.
For sure. For sure.
Remember, not what if, it's gonna happen one day. It's
someday.
Time and place.
You've got this. Yep, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
So we covered dream collabs. Do you have a dream location you'd like to investigate?
Oh yes, I do. Yes, the fuck I do.
Yes. Lay it on us, Clayton.
Yes, two of them. The first one, it will always be number one, Poveglia Island in France.
Okay, yes.
That is 100% the number one place. Like, if I could drop everything in my life right now and go to it right now and film overnight, I would be there within the hour.
Damn, okay.
I would do whatever I could do to go to Poveglia. I'm not
teleports there. Flip.
I swear to God, I'd open a Doctor Strange portal and I'd be there. Yep, that and Alcatraz for sure.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
There is just something about going to a haunted location that is isolated by water and it's not a part of the other land that's near it. It's just like everything is contained there. And not a lot of people have experienced what's actually in those two locations. Like, not a lot of people have been there. I think Ghost Adventures is the only one that have really thoroughly investigated Poveglia.
Right. No, I don't think.
Off the top of my head, I can't think of any YouTubers that have been there in like the lengthy time period that Ghost Adventures were there. And that episode has stuck with me ever since. It is such a unique location that it would be so freaking cool. And then when they went and interviewed on land and they just said Poveglia, the civilians would like run away from them. They didn't even want to talk about it. There is just something about that location that I am dying to go to. It's so bad.
Yeah, I could see that for sure. It's a very interesting location.
And hang on, I might have said the wrong location because I got a little bit excited when I was talking. I don't know if it's. I think it's in France. I think.
Let's see. Let me double check.
Or it might be off the coast of Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, Italy.
There we go.
Yep.
It's off the coast of Italy. Yep, there we go. Yeah, I got a little bit too excited for my answer there. My bad, peeps.
It's like, I have it locked and loaded. Let's go.
And say the name. Say the wrong name of the location.
It's okay.
Yeah, close enough.
Your
Yeah,
excitement
sorry.
to go.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
It is what
But yeah,
it is.
Poveglia for sure. That's probably that. Yeah, that's always going to be my number one location I want to go to. And if I ever go there, just know I'm completed. Clayten Bynum, Clayten Ghost Chaser is completed.
Hey, not what if, but when.
When.
Exactly. Yep. I love it. Yes.
You've got
It's going to happen. It's going to happen one day.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, brother. Can I just say really quick that I love your enthusiasm?
I was going to say the same thing. Your energy is infectious.
It really is.
Thank you all so much. That means a lot.
Like, I don't even need coffee anymore. I'm wide awake.
Literally. And that's not a bad thing. Like, we love enthusiastic people. Sometimes we just need that.
Yeah. I promise you that is just me. Like, on camera, off the mic, or off the mic. That's just who I am. That's me. That's me in a nutshell. Just very energetic, enthusiastic, positive. Just who I am.
Never change. Never
change.
I won't.
Good.
One day when you get like 50 million billion subscribers.
Billion?
Yeah. Just stay real.
Yeah.
Stay real.
You better be the same person, man.
Oh, I will. Nothing's going to change.
Good. Also,
I'll get that
remember us when you make
billion
it.
subscriber plaque.
Perfect. 50 million billion. Subscriber plaque.
Hell yeah, brother. So, what is your favorite piece of evidence that you have personally captured?
Shit. Oh, man. You know, one that comes to the top of my head really, really fast is I captured a full-bodied apparition at Bobby Mackey's Music World.
Oh, shit.
Walk across the entire frame of the camera and then disappear into the wall.
That's wild.
Yo.
That one was super cool.
What was it like going there?
I'm going to be 100% honest. Kind of overrated.
I've heard that.
Okay.
Like,
I can see it.
It's a very creepy location. Don't get me wrong. Really creepy vibes. But in it also, I think my experience wasn't the best because it was one of like the first few locations I actually went to that were like name locations. And I had like 11 people with me.
Okay.
It was a private overnight. We just had too many people there. I was still learning like how many people you should bring on a private overnight and stuff like that. But I had a bunch of people that wanted to go, and not all of the energies of the people meshed well. But what's crazy is I captured that piece of evidence when the camera was all by itself and everybody else was like in the basement of the building.
Interesting.
So that kind of gave me the feel that maybe these ghosts are just like avoiding this group, because we left the camera on its charger charging and it was shooting down the longest hallway, which is like the general area of Bobby Mackey's. And to get to the basement, you actually have to go outside the building, go down this hill, and then go to a side door that's on the building. So you can't even access the basement from the building. And we were all in the basement, and the camera was shooting on the first floor, and we captured that figure walking and then just disappearing. And that was like one of the only things we got the entire night. And I didn't even know that until months later when I was watching the evidence. And I just randomly found that clip because I was like, what the hell is this? Where is this from? And it was like a rogue clip from my SD card that was on a random folder or something. And I just happened to watch it. And within 12 minutes of that SD card footage, I captured that. And I was like, hold the fuck up. Are you serious right now? And I had to like call my cousin. He had to come over and we analyzed it. And then like 3 minutes later, you can see us walk into frame. And we are a totally different like mass in the pixels of the camera. Like completely different from what we captured.
Wild.
So that one was super, super cool.
Interesting.
Ugh. Bobby Mackey's of all places, man. You know,
I know.
I have heard a lot about it being kind of overrated.
Mm-hmm.
So I was curious.
Well,
Sorry if I interrupted you, but
no, you're fine. The people that ran the paranormal stuff weren't the best either. That might be why as well, because they kind of set the tone for how the night was going to go with how they were.
It's true.
The people at that building didn't like the paranormal side of it. Like, that's why they're tearing it down and rebuilding it. They didn't want anything to do with the paranormal.
Right.
So the people that ran it weren't that nice. They kept trying to like rush us out of our time that we paid for.
That's rude.
Yeah. And it's like they just didn't want to be there. They didn't like us being there, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, the actual people who ran the paranormal side of Bobby Mackey's weren't the best either. So I don't know what's to come of that place in the future, but they think that tearing it down and rebuilding it is going to get rid of the paranormal, and they are in for a very rude awakening, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
But yeah, I don't really, if they do open up for paranormal stuff in the new building, I don't ever see myself going back. I think that one experience was good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those locations, like it's a very big name location, but I don't ever see any hype or enthusiasm in myself to want to go back. If I do go back, it's going to be completely alone. But I don't even see myself doing that because it was just not worth the time. Now, I know a lot of people have been to Bobby Mackey's and got a bunch of cool shit, but I just do not care enough to go back.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. That's valid. 100%.
Yeah. So if you two were like going to go do like a paranormal trip and go see a bunch of locations, don't even worry about going to Bobby Mackey's.
Like, 1210 do not recommend it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, sick. You're in Kentucky, right?
Yes, I am.
I was like, what?
Holy shit. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm in Kentucky.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Wait, so you're from Kentucky? Like,
yeah, born and raised
there?
in Louisville. I lived 5 minutes from Waverly for the first like 19 years of my life.
What the actual shit, dude?
Yeah, I saw it every day basically my entire life.
Where's the accent?
I that's the thing. I'm like the only one in my family that doesn't have that country Kentucky accent that everybody thinks you're gonna have in Kentucky.
You're like my brother, my youngest brother. We all have country now you can't hear it because I'm morphing it, but we all have country accents and he doesn't. Did you spend a lot of time on like YouTube and stuff? Like, are you a gamer? Do you do shit?
Yeah, I still play video games. I think that's a easy escape from reality. If I'm like I'm not editing or anything, video games are always fun to hop on and play with my friends and stuff.
100%.
Yep.
That's interesting. Okay, sorry, Bergie. Go ahead.
No, I get that all the time from people like Jake and Noah when I first like started hanging out with them, and then they came and met my family and stuff for the first time. They were like, "Holy shit, Clayten, you are so citified. It's insane." I was like, "I'm telling you, dude, I'm the only one that does not have a country accent."
Interesting.
Listen, man, I'm really good at morphing it. Sometimes I can't, but I'm really good at morphing it. Just ask Bergie. But
you just go watch our Fear Babes vlogs and you'll see.
Okay, cool. I'll check those out. See Madeline's country accent.
Especially the fourth one when she was drinking.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, get a little alcohol in the system. Yeah.
It comes out.
Like, spoiler alert, but there was a part where I told her that she was talking in her sleep, and she's like, how'd you know it was me? And I was like, because even your sleep talking has a country twang to it.
I was like, oh my gosh.
She was so offended. I was like, it was 100% you, dude.
Drunk me was like, are you kidding me right now?
She was like, honestly, fuck you, bro. That's what she said.
But yeah, no, I do not have any country accent at all. Nothing.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. Anyway, go ahead, Bergie. I'm so sorry.
Madeline, are you from Kentucky?
No, I'm from North Carolina.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, because I'm in Bullitt County, Kentucky, and if you knew what that was, you would think I would have one of the richest country accents of your entire life. That's the where richest? I live right now.
Oh, really? Really? Okay, yeah. So
but no,
y'all be making cornbread and shit?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh,
see,
God.
I can't even like fake a country accent. It sounds horrible. Like I don't even know how to do it.
Exclusively for Fear Babes. Go ahead. Just do it.
Oh God. Hey y'all. I can't even do
what
it.
the fuck was that,
I'm telling you, I don't even know how to do it.
Oh my gosh.
It was bad like Mads when we were sitting in the camper cabin in Yellowstone. Well, we're in Grand Teton National Park, and she calls her best friend from at home, Sierra, and they were talking to each other, and I was like, what the fuck are you saying? Like, they were talking so fast and so accented that I couldn't understand their full sentence of what she said.
That's my real actual accent.
Yep.
I was like,
it's crazy.
To follow along, and I was like, I'm so lost right now.
God, that's funny. That is
she flamed the shit out of me right after that conversation too. She's like, what the fuck? You didn't even make any sense. And I was like, okay.
You did? Yeah, dude. I was just like, what are you saying right now?
God.
Oh, God.
Okay, anyways,
That's
the
funny.
whole point of finding out that Clayton's from Kentucky and Madeline, like, what?
I just couldn't see it. I'm sorry.
She's like, the math
No,
is
it's all
not
good.
math here.
It's all good.
Like, it's not
It is
math.
all good.
2 + 2 is not 4 today.
I don't know how to count anyway, so.
Oh, that's so funny. Do you have a local location that you're the most drawn to?
No, Waverly.
Perfect.
Yeah,
When you said earlier, when you were like, I grew up like 5 miles from there, I was like, it's gonna be Waverly. I know the answer.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Waverly, I've been there 4 times, and it is genuinely a life-changing location. Like, it's in the top 10 most haunted places in every top 10 list that you'll ever see for a fucking reason.
Ew.
Okay,
You
so
are,
we need to
like,
add it to our list, is what you're saying.
100%.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Like, it is one of those locations you are guaranteed you're going to see a shadow figure walk or like peek around a corner or something. It is guaranteed.
You're not selling me on going there then.
No, it is.
It's not a good sales pitch. Aren't you a car salesman? What are you doing?
I am during the day. Yes, I am.
Oh my gosh, I could see that. I could so see that.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's fun. It's kind of what I'm just kind of using to build up funds to be able to afford everything on top of YouTube and stuff to be able to fund YouTube a lot better.
Honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. So now I'm able, like, I have the financial freedom to actually go film the videos I want to go film.
Yeah, which is
Until YouTube becomes full time. That's the
Yeah.
whole goal of what I'm doing right now.
Not a
Hell
what
yeah.
if, but when. That's the theme here.
Exactly when it happens.
manifest that
Exactly.
shit.
Oh, it's gonna
Manifest.
happen. 100%. It's gonna happen.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
I could see it. You're gonna have a collaboration with Project Fear, Sam and Colby, Ghost Adventures.
Yes.
Coming.
Yes, it is.
It's all coming.
Yep.
Okay. Were you done answering your question? I feel like I keep interrupting.
Yeah,
No,
we
you're
can
fine.
do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even remember the question, but yes.
Okay. I was like, I'm sorry. I just keep.
No, you're fine. Yeah, the answer is done. Yes.
Okay. Sick. All right. So, how do you differentiate from what's real evidence and what could be alternate evidence?
Ooh, so there actually is a lot that can go into that. So if I have people with me, those are the first things that I look into when we hear something or capture something. Because, like, I am huge on authenticity. Like, I'm not going to hear something and be like, oh my God, it was a fucking ghost. Oh my God. No. 'Cause that takes away from when you actually find evidence. You know, like, if you're always finding or saying something is a ghost, your evidence that you actually capture is not going to be as important as everything else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if I had people with me and, like, we capture like an EVP or something, or if we hear footsteps or knocks, like, we are immediately going to each other. Like, I'm immediately going to ask everybody, like, hey, in this moment, did you, like, move your foot, or did you do anything, or where was your back, or where were you standing, blah, blah, blah. And then on EVPs, like, we'll even go back in the camera recording and just check, like, hey, okay, this is where we capture. Let's go watch and see if anybody said anything, accidentally whispered, sneezed, or something. And then the music box and, like, motion activated stuff, that's kind of more of, like, did we see an animal or anything like that? But at the same time, most of the time, music boxes and stuff are kind of near us and facing away from us. So when that kind of goes off, we're kind of like, holy shit. that's kind of crazy. And then we kind of branch off into trying to get intelligent activity from the music box. And then when that starts happening, we're like, holy shit, okay, we're actually talking to something. It wasn't just like a malfunction or the batteries are low or something. But whatever situation I'm in, whatever we capture, I always just have different things I do to kind of narrow it down to, okay, this was actually intelligent evidence. Or it could just be residual evidence that we're capturing. Or it was somebody that made a noise or did something. But usually we narrow it down, and when it actually is debunked, I'll say it's debunked in the video. Like I'll either do a voiceover and be like, okay, at this moment we figured out on camera, and then I'll show the angle of like, hey, this person moved their foot. That was that sound. Boom. Debunked. Wasn't something. And then everything else I'll just call out and be like, yeah, we tried to debunk everything, but there was nothing we could debunk. So we think it's paranormal. Let me know what you think.
Nice.
Yeah, it's cool. It's awesome. It's fun. I love debunking stuff because it makes what we capture more important.
Right.
Because when we show that, like, when I show that I am debunking stuff, like I'm not just claiming everything is paranormal, then my credibility, that's what it is. My credibility is actually good. It's not like, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm not a fake. I don't fake anything in the paranormal. And the last thing I want to do is be labeled a faker, because then nobody's going to watch what I put out because they think I fake everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So authenticity is huge for sure.
Love that.
Yep. But I'm going to be honest. One of my favorite, I forgot to say this in one of your first questions about equipment. One of my personal favorite pieces of equipment is my body, like people's bodies.
Yeah.
You are like, your body is one of the most usually right piece of equipment that you could actually use in a situation, because your body knows when something's not right, or when something's around, or when you're not alone, or something's about to happen, or you just get a feeling. Like if you just listen to your body, you can really tell how the night's going to go in a location.
Dude, I love that, because you're now the 4th interview in a row that has said that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's sick.
We had Noah and Jake said that.
Yep.
Our friend Chris Marianuk said that. Jawan from Ghost Brothers said that. And now you.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm like,
I'm so serious. Like listening to your body is one of the most interesting aspects you can bring to a paranormal investigation ever.
It's true.
It's so cool because your body is never wrong. Like it always knows. You have the sixth sense or whatever for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. I listen to that a lot. Like when I start getting very like nervous or like uneasy, I'm like, ooh, I don't know what's here, but it's not who we were just talking to. Like something changed. The vibe changed. Let's kind of focus on that. Cause I don't get a good feeling right now. Or like, I'll be like super happy and excited, or like I always am. And I'm just like, it's going to be a really good night. Like we're going to talk to some of the people here, or I don't know. It's just super cool. Listen to your bodies on a paranormal investigation because they are never wrong. Never wrong.
I love that.
Yeah, it's very true though.
The intuition of it all.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, you're connected to the spiritual world a lot more than you think.
Oh yeah, for sure.
If you're kind of closed off to that, you're never going to notice it. So if you go into a place with an open mind, your body will guide you as to who you're talking to or what you're talking to, or if a spirit is reaching out to you specifically. Like maybe you have something about your personality or about who you are as a person that a certain spirit is comfortable with, and they'll send you signs, like certain ways of either like you're wanting to go to a certain room, or you have a calling to go to the basement of this place, or you're hearing like a little girl talking and nobody else is hearing it. Like trust your body, because spirits will give you signs that they have something important they want to say, or they're just comfortable with you being around.
Right. Yeah.
So much fun. Paranormal is so deep and so cool. I just love it so much.
I love your excitement for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It is my biggest passion in life. I'm not even kidding. Like it is. I love this. I cannot wait to do this for like every day of my life. Cannot wait
to become your full-time job.
Yes, I cannot wait, because it's not just like making videos entertaining people. I am genuinely the most passionate of anything when it comes to paranormal. It is so cool. It is so fucking cool.
I love that.
And that's a big thing with me. I know I said I'm a very faith-based guy. Like I am very in tune with God, my relationship with God. I used to have this very irrational fear of that there's nothing after death. And I would always try to imagine that when I'm like laying in bed or something, and I would literally have an anxiety attack because you can't comprehend nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And the more I interact with this and prove it, it's like I'm putting out God's word or something of like there is something after death.
Yeah.
Like it eases my past anxiety or fears of what if there's nothing. Like it's further proving there is something after death.
Exactly.
Like this isn't just it. And that's another one of my main premises with what I'm doing. Like, I think it's so cool and it is so much deeper than just going into a haunted place, getting scared and leaving.
Right.
And then putting it. God, I could talk about this stuff for, oh my God, I could sit here for 7 hours.
We're going to have to do another interview someday.
I'm so down. I really am. This has been so much fucking fun.
I know. I was like, we've laughed so much this whole time.
We really have. I think my cheeks are starting to get sore.
I have abs. Yes. No,
Finally.
I've been working so hard for that. All right. Do you have any advice for anyone looking to get started?
In the paranormal?
Yes. Or YouTube paranormal, I guess.
Be you.
Perfect.
Just be you. Don't try to be somebody else in front of the camera, behind the camera, anything. Be you and just trust yourself. That's literally it. Just trust yourself, be you, and don't try to change or put a mask on for anybody. If you fully embody who you are on camera, people will notice that and fall in love with like you as a person. And that's what keeps people watching you. Your passion. Like with me, I'm very passionate. I'm energetic. I'm happy. I'm never going to change that because it's just who I am. And I love giving that feeling to people when they watch my stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's great. I love making like an inviting, warming community. I think it's awesome how all the people that support me, we're all like connected. We all talk every day. We're all like very safe in this community. It's just fun, like building a family. It's not like your fans. We are a family.
Right.
And it's just super fun. So just always be yourself and never let anybody question you as to who you are.
Love that.
Be
Amen.
proud of who you are.
Yep.
Amen.
That's
indeed.
very valuable for sure.
Yep. And keep an open mind. For the love of God, keep an open mind.
That too.
Do not be a closed-minded creator at all. You will only push people away, make enemies, and nobody will like it at all.
Exactly. Got to agree with you there on that one for sure.
Yeah, there are. I'm not going to name names, but there are so many creators that are so close-minded that are they just hate for no reason and spread negativity, and it breaks my heart because like they're clearly like going through something or troubled or something. I don't know,
Right.
but I hate seeing the negativity that is spread. The amount of negativity in a community that paranormal should be positive. Like we are all working together to prove something that science can't prove.
Right.
Right.
Like there is no definite answer. Nobody will ever fully be able to prove that paranormal is real. But if we keep an open mind, all work together, we all have different experiences. We are all helping prove that there is something that humanity cannot understand.
Right.
Exactly.
It's super, super cool. So do you. Have fun. Do you. Stay positive. Enjoy what you do. And share your passions with everybody, whether that be paranormal or anything at all. Just be passionate about what you do and make sure you show that passion.
Love it.
Love it. Very valuable. Like I said,
Indeed.
valuable information for sure.
Hell yeah.
So do you have anything you want the listeners to know about? Like, do you have anything that's coming up for you? Any new videos? Anything like that?
Yeah. So I have been meaning to like I've said on Twitter and stuff, I have been trying to go live and share all this information with people, but my work schedule, I'm still trying to get used to it because it is a lot of fucking hours. A lot.
Yeah.
But I have like 8 videos that I am currently editing and will start to drop. Like it's not like during this time where I've been at work, I haven't done anything to fully push my channels or anything. Like I've been doing content a lot behind the scenes as much as I can, but this job I'm doing right now it's very mentally draining sometimes. But I have like 8 videos that are already filmed that I just have to edit and drop, with the first one that I'm doing when I'm actually able to start uploading again. is my first house call ever. And it is at my very dear friend, Sharon Faye's house. She is awesome. Love her to death. She is great. And it's probably the most emotionally deep videos I'll ever put out as of right now. It is we encountered and figured out something very evil and dark from her past, like when she was a kid, that has been following her entire life, and is the cause for a lot of some of the bad things that have happened to her. And like, just know that her dad even cried in the video after figuring it out, hugged me, and like just straight up told me on camera, he was like, don't ever stop doing what you're doing. Like, you have a gift. Keep doing this. And it has stuck with me ever since. And this first video back it's going to be unreal. Like, I did not know this house call was going to get this deep at all. Like, I've had to go back 3 times to film. So it's going to be a pretty long video, depending on how it goes, or it might be a 2-parter. I don't know. But there is so much that has went into this video that we just learn more and more every day. And it's crazy. It'll be a great first video back. And then after that, I got like 7 videos that are dropping after that too. It's going to be awesome.
Sick.
A house call.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. So I got a lot of stuff coming up.
Awesome.
It's exciting.
Hell yeah. And I'm filming some more too. I got a lot of different locations and times that are starting to line up as well. So I'll be filming a lot newer videos as well too, and new locations that I've never been to before.
Ooh.
Yeah.
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 Okay, we'll keep an eye out for those.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. For sure.
Where can the listeners find you, Clayten?
So if you go to YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, whatever, it is Clayten Ghost Chaser under everything. Clayten is spelled with an E instead of an O. So Ten.
Yeah, my freaking autocorrect keeps trying to change it, and I'm like, no.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm the
that.
only Clayten with an E instead of an O in the history of humanity.
It just makes you extra special. It's fine.
For real.
There you go. Exactly.
Cool. But yeah, Clayten Ghost Chaser on everything, guys.
All right. Sick. Do you have any questions for us?
Oh, I do actually.
Okay. Sick.
Okay. So for both of you, like both of you could have different answers, or you could have the same one. What is like, I'm curious, what is your all's dream location? And it doesn't have to be like Project Fear affiliated or anything. Like, what is your dream location in the paranormal that you could go and experience overnight?
I would definitely say like something UK based. The Tower of London would be sick.
Yeah.
I know that that's difficult because obviously it's, the king. He has possession of that. So that's not going to happen necessarily. I don't know, maybe in the future, but that would be my absolute dream to do that. If not, something like a castle or something medieval in the UK, because I'm just very tied to the medieval era. I'm obsessed with medieval history, specifically English medieval history.
Yeah.
So I would love to just do anything involving that has like a rich history with the medieval stuff for sure.
Oh, that's dope. That would be awesome.
Right? It would.
Yeah, that would be sick. That was a great answer. That is a great answer.
Yeah.
And then mine is like, I don't know why, but I'm always just drawn to Trans-Allegheny.
Ooh.
Like, it just fascinates me ever since the stinking Destination Fear episode where Tanner's phone called Alex's phone. I've just been like, I want to go to Trans-Allegheny so bad.
That place is massive.
That's what the people keep telling me.
Yeah, I haven't been inside, but me and Jake and Noah were on our way somewhere, and it was on the way. So we drove out front of it and got out and just walked it. Holy shit. Like, the videos don't do it justice of how big this place actually is. So, yeah, you would... I'm with you on Trans-Allegheny. That would be super sick.
I want to go so bad. Maybe we should just all go. Let's just get a big group and go.
Do it. Let's start going to these. Let's just plan it.
Okay.
Let's just do it. We can film an episode inside one of the locations.
Yeah. I'd be so down for that.
That would be so fun.
Hell yeah. Well, we know what we're going to do now.
Start planning.
Let's go.
Springs, Trans-Allegheny.
Do our own road trip.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I got to say one more thing. I have another dream location that I just thought of that I have.
Oh, okay.
I have always wanted to do, and it probably will never happen. This is one of those where I'm not saying if or when, because of how this. You'll understand why it won't ever happen. The White House.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh God, that would be a good one.
Would be after hearing all the past presidents' story of them seeing Abraham Lincoln or other past presidents walking around, sitting on beds, getting dressed, whatever. Holy shit. That would be transcending of the paranormal community if somebody got to investigate the White House. I think that would be unreal.
Could you imagine?
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's on my list. So I don't know if that will ever happen just because of the security and everything that goes into it. But if I were to get big enough one day, or somebody is, where we can investigate the White House, I would lose my fucking mind. I would lose my shit.
That'd be sick.
Hey,
I mean,
government.
Just imagine putting a motion box in the fucking Oval Office.
That would be insane.
That would be nuts.
Wild.
That would be sick.
Hey, government, you want to get out of debt? Let people pay to investigate.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think we'd make up enough money, but
yeah,
put a dent in it.
Yeah,
potentially. You know, who knows?
That would be so cool.
That would be so cool. A DR60 session in the Oval Office.
Oh my gosh, Spirit Box.
One day. We're manifesting.
Manifesting, it's gonna happen.
What if you talked to like Abraham Lincoln through the Spirit Box?
Oh my god!
Yo.
Would be insane.
God. Or got him on the XLS. Oh my lord!
Could you imagine,
dude?
I would lose my mind. Oh my god! Yeah, White House is in my top 3 most wanted to go to places for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
That'd be dope.
Well, yeah, no, I forgot. We do.
You all have any more questions?
Whose turn is it? No, we actually hit everything on our Google Docs sheet.
Damn it.
He's like, I don't want it to be over.
Shoot. I'm having a great time. This has been a blast.
Dude, we can do it again. Don't you worry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anytime, just hit me up.
Or, you said you play video games. We do that too.
Yeah, we do.
Play.
Roblox! Oh my god. Roblox! Or maybe Call of Duty. I don't know.
I do play Call of Duty, yes. I will say I've never downloaded Roblox in my life. So,
dude, once you do, it just becomes like a very, I don't know, it becomes an addiction.
I think that was the most passionate answer. Like, Roblox!
It is, just ask Bergie. I try to get her to play and she won't play with me.
I played a little bit. Also Mario Kart. We want to get a group of people together
Mario
to play Mario
Kart.
Kart.
Would be sick.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Like on the Nintendo Switch, and you can play online.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
We do that too, so
hell
I think we should do. We should
I'm
start
down to play or do whatever anytime.
Frick yeah. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Brother.
We'll set it up.
Sick.
So unfortunately for today, we should probably end this episode.
Okay.
But we'll figure it out. We'll definitely have you back for sure.
Cool.
You could just be the third fear babe now if you want to. I don't know.
All right, that's awesome.
He's like, I'm down. I'm a fear babe. All right, Clayton. Well, we've had an absolute blast talking to you. So thank you so much for joining us.
I cannot thank you all enough for having me on. This was so much fun. Absolute blast.
Yeah, thank you, dude.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, hello.
I forgot I had pressed record.
Hello there, everyone. We are
hi.
It's back to just us. We lost Clayton.
Aww. In the arms of the sad.
Yeah. Well. Just another day in paradise. Yeehaw!
Dude, that's what Clayton should sound like, but he doesn't.
Listen, I know Kentucky is like cornbread country as well, so like chicken liver eating fried food. I know for a fact.
I knew.
I be knowing. But yeah, so that was our episode with Clayton. We hope you all enjoyed. We know we did.
If you didn't, I don't know what to tell you, man. Maybe just try again because
Yeah, maybe just
Clayton, his energy was infectious, bro. So
yeah.
if you listen to this episode and you had a bad time, maybe reevaluate.
I was about to say the same thing. Reevaluate, please.
Reevaluate, yeah. Go back and try again on a different day, though, perhaps.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe not when you're feeling down, because apparently that's how you have to feel in order to not enjoy that. So
exactly. If you didn't enjoy it and you're feeling that down, I hope you're okay.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah, you're not alone.
Never. We're here.
We got you.
Bergie, I love you.
Mads, I love you too.
Oh my god.
I would just end it because that was perfect, but we have some more things we have to say before we can end the podcast. That would have been the perfect ending.
Well, if you liked this episode, like, comment, subscribe wherever you are listening to this podcast. If you do not follow us on social media, all of our social media handles are at Fear Babes, just straight Fear Babes, except on Facebook. We are Fear Babes Podcast. Definitely recommend you checking it out. Also, we have a Patreon and an Etsy. Everything is linked below wherever you are listening to this podcast. I recommend you at least check it out. Our Etsy has Fear Babes merch. Yeah, we have merch. You heard it correct. We have merch. And
have
then
we added the car decals to that yet?
We haven't.
We should.
We should. That is correct. Indeed. We do have more coming. I know we say this every episode, but it is true. We have more coming. We are working hard on it. We have set some designs. We're just waiting for the officials. And then we will be revamping our merch that is on our website presently on Etsy. So check it out. And then, of course, our Patreon. We offer one extra unedited, unfiltered podcast a month.
Slightly under the influence.
Slightly under the influence. Maybe a little more than slightly, but that's for you guys to find out after you subscribe to our Patreon. It's only $5 a month. And if you don't have $5 a month, there's also a free option. The free option just does not give you the extra podcast per month, which is really sad, but we do give daily updates. We also give guest spoilers with people who are coming up, and so much more. So check it out.
Videos from our Atlanta Paragon trip that I just found in my Snapchat 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Things of that nature.
Stuff that we haven't seen in forever. So things are coming to light, and anytime we find something new, we post it on there. And that's where we do most of our chatting as of recently. We don't really post on social media anymore unless it's from Fear Babes giving you guys updates. But yeah.
There was something I was going to add at one point when you were talking, but I didn't want to interrupt you, and I can't remember what it was. So I don't think it was that important. Must not have been that important.
So I guess on that note, bye.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.